Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm coming at you guys with a get ready with me, and I will be talking about long distance relationships and how to make them work. I'll be sharing some tips and some insight based on my own personal experience, as I currently am in a long distance relationship. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that. I don't think I've ever done a get ready with me on my YouTube channel, like as I'm recording, as I'm doing my makeup. So this is also a bit of a challenge for me because I kind of have to focus on doing two things at the same time. I'm just gonna get straight into it without waffling too much. A lot of discourse that happens on the internet surrounding long distance relationships is very negative. Long distance relationships don't work. You can't trust anybody these days. Like, the internet is gonna have you questioning everything. It's gonna have you questioning a lot of things if you do not, I like to say, have a mind of your own, but you can have a mind of your own and still find yourself influenced by the internet. But anyway, because of my experience, I can't really resonate with all of the negative talk that happens when it comes to long distance relationships. I just felt like sharing my experience because my experience has been very positive, and yeah, just sharing some like tips and things to look out for when you find yourself in a long distance relationship. A little backstory: my boyfriend and I have been dating for almost 2 years, and out of those 2 years we've been long distance for almost a year. So almost half of the time that we've been together we've spent apart. My situation is a bit unique in the sense that we started off not being long distance. So we started off living in the same city. We were both living in Calgary, Canada. So that's where we met. That's where we started dating. When we were getting to know each other, just talking about our plans for the future and where we think life is going to take us, it did come up in a conversation that he was considering going to England for law school. I basically had the choice of whether or not I wanted to commit to a relationship when long distance was a potential in the near future. And obviously I'm here, so which means I gave it a go. And so after 10 months of us dating, quote unquote, in person, he left. In those first 10 months of dating, a lot of important conversations were had. We're faced with the reality of him going abroad for 2 years. We did discuss our expectations. At the time, I wasn't opposed to doing long distance. My mindset was that any long distance period would have to be limited. So it could not be an indefinite situation where, you know, one person moves away and then it's kind of open-ended when you guys will like return to living in the same city again. And I also knew that it'd be very important for the both of us to discuss, you know, our expectations for each other and also plans for seeing each other again. And so before committing to any long distance relationship, I'd say it's very important to discuss with your partner or potential partner what your mindset is when it comes to long distance. Make sure you guys are on the same page. If you aren't and you just kind of go with the flow, which you never should do when it comes to dating, then the chances of things not working out is going to be definitely higher. This whole long distance experience has taught me so much. The first and most important thing that I've learned: communication is literally everything. We all know that communication matters for any relationship. If you're long distance, communication is gonna have to be your top priority. And if you suck at it, this is gonna challenge you to be better and get better. There are multiple facets to communicating with your partner when you're long distance. First one being that you guys should be talking every day. And I'm talking FaceTime, not just texting. FaceTiming every single day, multiple times a day, just ensures that you guys are actually like getting to spend time together and talk. You should make it a priority to find time to talk, whether it's for 5 minutes or 5 hours. Every single day you should make time to pick up the phone and call your partner and check in and talk to them about how their day went. If anything new happened. In any sort of relationship, you cannot go more than a day without talking to each other because that's kind of crazy. And granted, things happen, but I believe that nobody's too busy for their partner. Nobody can tell you that they're too busy to check in with you, even if it's just like a 2-minute call out of the entire 24 hours that you have. Something else that I've learned is to never go to sleep mad at each other, aka resolve conflict quickly and efficiently, meaning you're not gonna let things fester and go 10, 15, 20 hours not talking to your person, especially considering the time difference. If you're an overthinker, you're also not helping yourself by doing that, because you're giving room for misinterpretation of what this person said, what that person said. When you're long distance, you just cannot allow space for any of that. So resolving conflict ASAP. Like if the other person did something to annoy you, or maybe just not in a great mood, you're gonna have to communicate that, because the other person isn't there with you to, you know, get a feel of what your mood is like or read your mind. They do not know. I have learned, and I'm still learning, that you nip issues in the bud like right away. Do not allow things to fester, and you especially do not get to go to bed mad at each other. The second thing I've learned is the importance of reassurance. Now, obviously, there has to be a baseline of trust in the relationship for this whole long distance thing to work, right? But on top of that, you also have to be very intentional with reminding your partner that, hey, like, I'm still in this, I'm still committed. It just helps you feel more secure in a relationship. Like, okay, we're on the same team, we're in this together, and we're both committed to making things work. Another thing that I think is also very important is giving each other grace and not jumping to conclusions. Those times where maybe one person's having a busy day and say they're not able to get back to your message immediately, just knowing that, okay, this person's not ignoring me, they're actually doing something. In my case, for example, if I text my boyfriend and he doesn't get back to me for like an hour or so, I know that, okay, he's probably in class, he's probably at the gym doing something, but I know that he's going to get back to me as soon as he sees my message. So extending that grace and trusting the fact that your partner is not out to hurt you, doing that will allow you to not take offense so easily to things that might bug you. That way you won't find yourself doing petty things like, oh, okay, he left me on red for 3 hours, so when he calls me, I'm gonna ignore his call. And just like silly little things like that. Another thing that I am learning right now as well is how important it is to still prioritize your personal life and not neglect your friends or, you know, your hobbies. Yes, you're in a relationship. Yes, you want to talk to your person all the time, but you still want to give each other room and space to pursue your own personal interests and your own hobbies. If anything, the fact that you guys are long distance allows you to also pour more time into other parts of your life that you want to nurture. For example, mine would be like content creation and spending time with my friends. Not neglecting your own personal interests will also just allow you to be more confident, more self-reliant, and not so dependent on your partner's presence all the time. When you're in a long distance relationship, it's also very important to have a common goal of obviously like reuniting, and having that will allow you to have something to focus on when, you know, things get hard, because you will definitely find yourself in situations where, you know, you miss your partner, you just want to be with them, you just want the whole long distance period to be over. But knowing that a time is going to come where this is going to be over will make it easier in those moments where you feel a little lost or frustrated at the whole situation, which is totally normal and to be expected. A lot of long distance horror stories that I have seen on the internet end bad because both people are just kind of going with the flow, or one person's going with the flow and the other person's kind of hoping that there's going to be an end to the situation. And that is why before you commit to any long distance relationship, there needs to be a plan. Both people are on the same page, you know what you're doing, you know where this relationship is headed, you know both parties are fully invested in the relationship and committed to making things work. Long distance situations allow you to form a stronger bond because now you're not able to rely on your physical proximity to uphold your relationship. You're forced to literally talk. You have to find other means to foster that intimacy. That is what allows, long distance relationships to be stronger in many ways than a relationship in which but you're seeing the person every day and you have easy access to the person. So yeah, the main thing I want you to take away from this video is that your relationship isn't doomed if you find yourself separated by distance. The most important thing is that you openly discuss everything that's on your mind, all your concerns with your person, what your plans are for the future, and how you guys are going to get to a point where you get to merge your lives. A long distance relationship will challenge you. It will force you to grow in areas where you may be lacking, or areas where you think you might be strong. You know, you might go into it thinking, oh, I'm a great communicator. All I can say is a long distance relationship will definitely humble you. It'll force you to put aside your ego and look beyond yourself and beyond your feelings and beyond what's going on in your head. A lot of these things also apply to just regular relationships. So I'm done with my makeup. Let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions surrounding dating, long distance relationships specifically, or in general, just about dating. Other than that, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that, you know the drill. Bye.